Hello, welcome to our practice today. And the practice today is focused on calming your nerves, releasing a little bit of anxiety. Specifically, if you're feeling caught on a thought or a train of thoughts or circular thinking, this class might be for you. And initially, when I was thinking about calming the nerves, I thought about a nice slow practice. But that might not help everyone. If we stay in postures too long, you may come back to like those troublesome thoughts. So I thought for today's practice, the focus will be calming your nerves and grounding, but it won't necessarily be a really slow class. I still want to move the energy and help potentially release some of that pent up energy that you might be feeling. So we're going to begin in child's pose. The knees separated and the feet together, and slowly lowering your hips towards your heels first, and then laying your tummy inside the thighs, elongating your spine. Lift your elbows and then drop them down, drop your forearms and drop your hands. And move the forehead onto your mat like a massage of the third eye. And then come to rest in the center of the forehead and take a breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth, long and slow and smooth. Two more like that. Breathe in. And out, long and slow and smooth. And last one, breathing in through your nose. And out through the mouth, a little longer than your inhale. And then come into tabletop. Spreading your fingers, looking at your body positioning, looking at your shoulders over the wrists and hips over your knees, and close your eyes. And lift your chin and lift your tailbone. And exhale, come into cat pose, pushing your ribs up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and arch your back, and breathe out, round your back. 3 more, inhale and exhale. Keep the eyes closed. Focus on the movement of your belly button. And do 1 more. And then walk your knees together and lift your right leg and look towards the top of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, stretch the leg back and gently move your gaze forward, but keep it on the ground. Exhale, knee to nose. And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, extend your right leg back and your left arm forward, and exhale, tap your knee and your elbow together. And do that 2 more times. Reach forward and back, keep your gaze down. Exhale, tap and breathe in and breathe out. And now we'll extend the right leg and the left arm, and as you exhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow and your left elbow towards your left hip. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Extend long. Exhale. Tap your right knee towards the right elbow and your left elbow towards your left hip. And do that 1 more time. extend long. Bring your left hand down and cross your knees. Push your hips back and come into kind of a child's pose like posture where the hips are sinking back. Maybe they touch the ground entirely, but the torso and the arms are stretching long. Kind of like a version of child's pose. And take a breath in through your nose. And out long, smooth and deep out the mouth. And then we'll release. Meeting in tabletop. Bring your knees together and lift your left leg. Look slightly forward of your hands, but keep your gaze on your mat. Breathe out. Bring your knee towards your nose or towards your forehead. Breathe in, extend the leg back. Exhale, curl in. Try and draw the knee close to you. And do that one more time. Extend the leg long. Reach your right arm forward. Exhale, tap your elbow and your knee together. And do that 2 more times with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, curl in. Draw your navel towards your spine as you exhale. Breathe in long. And breathe out. Breathe in. Extend the arm and the leg. Exhale, bring your knee towards your left elbow and your right elbow towards your right hip. And do that 2 more times. Inhale long. Keep the gaze down for balance and grounding. Exhale, tap same side. And do that 1 more time. Breathe in. Bring your right hand down and cross your knees. Push your hips back. Maybe the hips come all the way down to the ground, but they don't have to. Feel a stretch across your low back and outer hips, and the side body is long, and your arms. Rest your head. Take a breath in through your nose. Long, smooth, and deep out the mouth. And then slowly release. Come back into tabletop. Come into plank pose. Keep your gaze down without dropping your head. So look just slightly forward of your thumbs and keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists and walk your feet together and inhale, lift your right leg. And without moving your shoulders, exhale, try and touch your right elbow with your right knee. Inhale, extend the leg back. And exhale, try to touch your left elbow with your right knee. Stretch back. Exhale, right side. Inhale, stretch back. And exhale, left side. Stretch the leg back and bring it down. Lift your left leg. Exhale, try to keep the shoulders steady. Touch your left elbow, or try to. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow. Extend the leg back and do 1 more each side. Focus on the belly button. Extend the leg back. Place both feet down, knees down, and chest down. Drop your forehead for a moment. Breathe in and out. Lift your head. Feel your belly on the floor. Maybe feel your breath there or the pulse there. Push into your hands and lift your chest a little bit more off the floor. Take another breath. Then exhale, lower down. Come into cobra pose again. Lifting your chest, keeping your elbows soft, but maybe keep your eyes focused down still. Take another breath in and exhale, lower down and come into downward facing dog. Look between your feet. Feel the movement of your belly button. Feel it move out as you breathe in and in as you exhale. Take another breath. Walk your hands back to your feet. Lift your feet, slide your hands underneath your feet. If that's not comfortable for the backs of the legs, bend your knees so that it is accessible to you. So you can bend your knees a little, a lot. Step your feet onto your hands and even knead your hands with your toes. Relax your head. Feel your belly button moving out and in with your breathing. Maybe your belly touches your thighs as you breathe in and draws back towards the spine as you exhale. Release your hands. Walk yourself into plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to your belly. Touch your belly and your forehead down. Untuck your toes. Breathe in and come to cobra, but keep your gaze down towards the tip of your nose. And then come into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step your feet close together and breathe in and lift your right leg. And breathe out and touch your right knee towards your right elbow. And breathe in and lift your leg. And exhale, touch your left elbow. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. And pause and breathe in. Stay here. Breathe in, lift your leg up. And exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee. Lift your chest, but look towards your right big toe or look towards the top of your mat as we stay here. Lift your arms, bend your left elbow, and place your right hand on your left elbow. Lean over gently to the side. Keep the gaze down. Keep your right foot grounded. Keep the breath moving in the belly. As you inhale, release your hands and step into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, and as you exhale, touch your left elbow. And breathe in and lift your leg, and exhale, touch your right elbow. And breathe in, lift your leg, exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, shift your shoulders over your wrists and stay for an extra breath. Hold. Feel your tummy light up, and your next breath in, lift your leg, and then step it in between your hands. Lower your knee to the mat. Lift your chest, but keep your gaze on your mat, your left foot grounded. Lift your arms, bend the right elbow, left hand on the elbow. Gently lean to the left, stretching the right side body. And then lift your chest, bring your hands down. Step yourself forward. Flatten your back, press against your legs. Exhale, breathe all the breath out and fold. Breathe in, come all the way to standing. Open your palms. Lift your toes and look at your toes and spread your toes and then place them back down. Place your hands on your belly. Breathe here for a moment. Connect with your eyes closed to your feet like roots. a root growing down through the ball of the big toe and the ball of the pinky toe and the heel of both feet. Feel like you can trust and settle into your feet. Grounding not only into your mat, but feel this release into the ground below you. We're not only connected to the ground on a superficial level, but feel yourself connected deeper. So we'll bring our hands to our hearts and step the right foot back and come into Warrior Two. Legs, the right knee bent over the right ankle and the back leg active, the pinky toe parallel to the back of your mat. And breathe in and lift your arms. And breathe out and lean back, left hand on the leg. And breathe in and come straight. And breathe out, straighten your front leg. And breathe in, bend your knee. And breathe out, lean back. Breathe in, Warrior Two. And breathe out, straighten your front leg. Breathe out, lean back. Warrior Two. And then straighten your leg. And do that one more time. Bend the knee. Lean back. Keep your legs as they are. Breathe in, Warrior Two. And exhale, straighten the leg. Come back into Warrior Two. Swing your back hand forward and adjust yourself for a high lunge. Look down. Lift your toes. Take 3 breaths. Bring your hands to your heart and step forward. Notice the heat in your right leg. Pause here for a moment. Switch your sides. Step your right foot back. Find Warrior Two legs. On your next breath in, lift your arms parallel to the floor. And then lean back, right hand on the right leg. And then come back into Warrior Two. Straighten your front leg. Bend your front knee. Lean back. Come back to Warrior Two. Straighten the front leg. And bend the front knee. Nice. Lean back. Come upright, Warrior Two. Straighten the front leg. Bend the front knee. Last time. Lean back. Warrior Two. Straighten the front leg. Bend the front knee. Take your back hand, swing it forward, lift your back heel, high lunge, 3 breaths. Hands to your heart and step forward. Inhale and exhale. Turn your toes out. Come into a squat. Look down at your mat. Come to seated. You can bring your hands behind you to help you sit, or you can reach forward like a counterbalance and drop your hips to the floor. Bring your feet together into butterfly. And before folding forward in butterfly, take your hands to your feet and give yourself some auto massage, some self massage here. And what that might mean is different for every person. You can take your thumbs and press them along the arch of your foot. There's lots of sharp points there. Or maybe you want to get a little more intimate with your feet. You can bring one a little closer to you and pull your toes. Or move your foot like you're massaging bread. And whatever you're doing to one foot, make sure you do to the other foot. So if you're still moving your thumbs across the arches, maybe move to a different part of your foot, maybe your heels, maybe the base of your heel, your ankles. You can move your toes, folding, massaging with the thumbs. Concentrate on your feet. And then bring your feet together. Fold forward. Folding forward might mean dropping your chin to your chest. It might mean walking your hands forward on your mat and folding. It might mean holding your toes and using your elbows to help open the hips. All are valid. Keep your gaze right in front of the toes. Come upright, help your knees together, extend your legs straight. We'll also take a forward fold here. You can hold your feet if that's accessible to you. Again, what's really nice about these poses here is to encourage this downward looking or with the eyes closed, keeping the focus inward. And slowly come upright, cross your ankles, and come forward onto tabletop. We're going to cross our knees again, just like from the beginning of our practice. So lift your right leg and cross at the knees, crossing your legs here. And we're going to sit back. So I didn't mention grabbing blocks before, but if you can't comfortably sit between your feet like this, please grab support. That can be in the form of pillows, blankets, yoga props, and sit on it so that you're not feeling this pulling on the outside of the knees. Any comfortable position here. It might mean staying with the left leg crossed over and the right leg straight. For those of you with knee injuries, or if this posture is not accessible for more than a short period of time. Left leg over right, lift your arms and bend your right elbow, left hand on the elbow. You can stay here, or you can bring your left hand behind you and hold on to your shirt, or you can clasp your hands, gaze slightly forward of the top knee. Breathe into your belly and take 3 breaths. Slowly release. Release your arms first with no rush. Make sure the shoulders feel good. Release your legs next. Coming back into tabletop. Lift the left leg. Cross your knees. Separate your feet and start to push your hips back until your hips meet something. Maybe that's your block, blankets, pillows. If this is uncomfortable for some reason, have the right leg crossed over the left leg straight. Find your legs crossed, hips touching something. Lift your arms, bend the left elbow, right hand on the elbow. Stay there, or reach your right hand back, holding onto your shirt or clasping your hands. Three breaths. And then go ahead and release. Release your arms. Come into tabletop. We're going to come to a comfortable seat, which again might mean sitting up onto something, crossing your legs, or being in perfect pose with the heels in line with the groin. Anything that you can sustain here for a couple moments. If you feel distracted by your posture, make it so that it's more comfortable. Adding blankets outside the knees, supporting your hips better so that you can relax down into the legs, into the seat. And with your eyes closed, imagine you are looking right at the top of your mat. So adjust your head so that if you opened your eyes, which you can do here, that you are looking right towards the top of your mat, and then close your eyes again. And take a breath in through your nose. Breathe in and count to 5. And as you breathe out, count to 8. Breathe in, count to 5. And breathe out, count to 8. Breathe in, 5. Breathe out, 8. And continue. If there is another ratio that serves you better, like breathing in 5 and exhaling 10, or even breathing in 5 and exhaling 6, all of those are perfect. The focus for these next few moments is to gently elongate your exhale and not drastically or rapidly exhale longer than the inhale. So feel your breath move into your body, fill up your body, and as you exhale, feel the breath flowing out and elongate it until your lungs feel empty, and then let the breath rebound back in, filling you up. And as you exhale, breathe the breath out. Let it flow longer than the inhale. Count your breath so that you're aware of your lung capacity. Breathing in and counting to yourself. And breathing out and elongating your breath, letting the breath flow long and slow and smooth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue a few more rounds. Our breath is so personal, so your pace is not my pace, and your lung capacity is not my lung capacity. So be intimate with yourself, be inward looking, and observe when and where your breath feels like it's full, and then let the breath flow out, letting it flow out smooth, so that you can elongate it, maybe even a little bit longer for these last few breaths. So if you were inhaling 5 and exhaling 8, notice if you can elongate the exhale to 9 or to 10 for these final 3 breaths. After your final breath, we're going to come into a final rest. And 3 options for this final posture. One is traditional Shavasana, releasing yourself onto your back, allowing for the body to be effortless and still. The other option is child's pose, the same posture in which we began our practice. Knees apart, feet together, and your arms extended but heavy. And the third option will be crocodile. You can lay onto your belly and stack your hands and lay your forehead onto your hands. So please take one of those postures for the final minutes of our practice. In all 3 postures, the eyes are closed, the focus is inward. You can allow for your mind to move into the belly and observe the natural expansion and contraction of the belly button. take your time moving yourself into any comfortable seated position, stretching, moving, finding yourself seated, finalizing our practice with the palms together and gazing towards your fingertips. Honoring this ground that we stand on, our 2 feet, the earth, our connection. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.